Hey guys, it's your girl Boonie, and you're listening to episode 76 of the Boonie Breakdown podcast. The podcast where we sometimes cry, we always laugh, we might get a bit ratchet, but we're forever gonna break it down. Thank you guys for being patient and honoring my lateness with this episode. If you saw my post on Instagram, you know that I chose dick over work before leaving for my vacay. That's right. I made Bae come up here the night before I left and pretty much fuck me before I left. And in that time, I had no time to do editing for this episode to drop on Monday while I was away. So again, I want to thank you all for not beating me up and honoring the ratchet in me. And to honor you with your patience, this week my guest is the homie, my motherfucking partner in ratchet, Brian. So see, patient pays off sometimes. But let's get into it. Boonie's pick of the week. This week, my pick of the week is therapy. Okay. I told you guys that I was on like a sabbatical a little bit from therapy. I just needed a break. And I vowed to start back up, and shout out to my little sister for like hounding me and making sure that I stayed a woman of my word. And I went back to therapy, and in one session was like, holy shit, this is why you go to therapy. And I forgot exactly how much and how helpful therapy is to me, and to work through some of the things that, I deal with, and helping me understand triggers and all of that stuff. So again, I encourage all of you, if you need someone to talk to, even if you don't feel like you have issues, I'm sure it's something that the behavior you have, it traces back to something that happened in your childhood, right? Everything comes from childhood. And so I encourage you all, to give therapy a try, because sometimes even if you don't even feel like you have an issue, or you don't feel like tackling shit, it really is just nice to have someone who is unbiased to talk about all of the shit that you don't think people listen to, or you don't want to be judged. That's what therapy is to me sometimes. So that is my pick of the week. I am excited, and I am happy that I am back in the therapist chair. Okay. Housekeeping this week, the feedback from last week's episode with Kenny. So many of you were very upset with me and saying that the shopping experience at Aldi makes me feel broke, but it does. I am not a fan of Aldi. Some of you were trying to convince me that they have good guacamole and Southwest chicken tenders or whatever the fuck, and certain ones in certain locations were nice, but nah, I like Wegmans. Sorry. Also, I think a few of you were shocked at my fruit finessing. I know I am not the only one who takes fruit out of the bag when I know it's going to be heavy to make my bag of fruit cheap. So y'all some goddamn liars. But I appreciate you guys sending in the feedback as always. Reminder, all of the merch is on sale still. I think it's a little bit left. Some t-shirts. I think it's only like 5 tote bags left. But go grab that stuff up. New merch is rolling out at the live show. So if you are unable to attend to get the merch first, then you'll have to wait. But if you do have a ticket for November 2nd, Baltimore, Maryland, the Responsible and Ratchet edition of the Boonie Breakdown Live, I think it's about 14 or 15 tickets left when I checked right before I recorded this intro. And you want to be in the house. We have some great sponsors, Uber Lube, Magic Wand, New Liberty Distillery is giving everyone a free drink. So your first drink is on me, okay? And all of this for $25. So go on over to theboonieBreakdown.com/live to grab your ticket to the live show. And if you can't grab a ticket to the live show, but you still want to support me and my efforts in paying Fed loan servicing for these student loans, you can head on over to theboonieBreakdown.com/shop to grab all of the merchandise while it is still on sale, before prices go back up to normal on that new shit, okay? Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook, The Boonie Breakdown. Follow us on Twitter, Boonie Breakdown. And when sharing this episode, be sure to use the hashtags The Boonie Breakdown and hashtag PodN, PODIN. in. Also, if you're listening to this on Wednesday, October 10th, there is a contest running over on my Instagram page. And we're giving away a Hitachi magic wand. And you know, those are my motherfucking favorites. Okay. One of my favorite personal massagers. But we've teamed up with the people over at the Magic Wand to give away one. So all you have to do is follow me. You have to follow them, maybe tag a few friends, and that's it for your entry. But the contest closes Wednesday, October 10th at 11:59 p.m. Only open to U.S. entries. Sorry, my international friends. Maybe the bigger I grow, I can get someone to pay for international shipping for a giveaway. But be sure to head over there to win. You can win a one rechargeable magic wand. You'll get one Boonie Breakdown t-shirt and a Boonie Breakdown ratchet button trio. So that is the prize pack for this Instagram giveaway. All right. So again, follow us on Instagram, the Boonie Breakdown, and you can just stay in touch with everything we're doing and enter this dope contest. So that's it for me, guys. Let's get ready to break it down. All right, hey guys, it's your girl Boonie, and I'm excited because I haven't had Brian on in a long time. He's getting too big for me.
What? Pause that. Pause that. Off the top. Here we go.
Let's go. No, but hey Brian.
Hey, Boonie. How you
What's been
feeling?
going on?
Nothing much. Same old, same old. Just loving life.
I know. I just haven't talked to you in a while. I don't think I've seen you in person in a while either. I'm feeling neglected.
No, I've seen you. Um, since the last show, I thought I seen you at the event that I had.
Possibly. I think that might have been it, actually.
Hmm.
I think that might have been it, actually. But anywho, you'll be at the live show November 2nd.
I will be there in rare form. A reason for me to act up in person.
I
Uh,
know.
I meant to ask you, are you recording this one?
I go back and forth on that. I think I am this time just because I have a bigger space. Last time, the recording part of it kind of got knocked away because I really pushed too many people in that room. But
No, it was good because it was a small, intimate space, and it felt like people were engaged. You could see it versus we got large space and people don't have any energy. So with this larger space, we need people to bring that energy and not just be out there
exactly,
looking like,
exactly.
oh, like they looking in a fishbowl, like, oh, look at the fish.
There will be times, Brian doesn't even know this, but there will be times where audience participation is necessary and required.
Okay.
So, yeah, you have to come with high energy. I think at the time we're recording this, it's only 30 tickets left. So, um, don't fuck around because when they gone, they gone. Like, I really can't. I'm not going to push the full capacity of this room this time. So, I have a hard stop number.
Right.
Unless I really fuck with you, then maybe. But y'all have had ample time to get a ticket, so get your fucking ticket.
Snooze, you lose.
We're gonna have drinks again. Got some giveaways. Like today in the mail, I just got a box of Hitachi magic wands.
Oh,
I'm fucking excited. Hmm?
a box?
Like a whole ass box of Hitachi magic wands.
Hmm.
It was like fucking Christmas.
Mm, mm, mm.
So
So,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, we need to make somebody do like, I don't know, like that, who can do the best blowjob on a cucumber or a banana without chipping the banana or something like that. Uh,
Hmm.
I don't know, something we gotta. I don't know. We gotta get the grapefruit out. We gotta do something. They're gonna have to show and prove for that damn Hitachi ones. Don't think you get the Hitachi one by just twerking. Nah. That was the first show. You gonna have to do some real shit.
They have to step up. So now, see, maybe I shouldn't record because if I record it, then people are going to be all shy, like, "Ooh, I can't be on tape."
That's true. That's true. Maybe we
So
need to keep it not keep
yeah,
it off wax.
yeah. So I'm actually okay with that too. I don't know, but the point is, this is not a show It'll be a portion of it where you can just sit and chill and laugh with us and scream at us like y'all wrong. Brian, shut up because you misogynistic. But then at some point you're gonna have to get up out of your chair.
Okay.
So yeah, this is gonna be it's a little twist, it's a little different. But I also am excited with the other guest, Vanessa. She's not afraid to get nasty and dirty and filthy too. So this will be fun.
It
Cause you
is.
know how some people be like, even though they educated and shit, like they don't want to say pussy and all that stuff. Like she
Like
just had
who?
a, I don't want to name names, but you know how
What?
some people act like they above that shit once they get to a certain level.
Oh yeah, I thought you were saying like me. Like I'm not above that level. Like I'm
You're
at
not at all.
I'm at a good level, right?
And, yeah, I appreciate it, and I think everyone enjoyed it. And I know some people are kind of bummed because, especially one person in particular, and I'm not gonna shout her out, but I think she's coming again because she felt like she didn't shoot her shot with you, and I had to like break it to her, like, well, he not single no more, so you missed your shot.
You miss the shots that you don't take. That's what happens. If you don't
It
take the
is.
shot, you're automatically going to miss it. So that's why you got to keep shooting.
Didn't Michael Jordan tell us that? Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, I felt bad, so sorry, but I told her to still come.
Okay. We'll find us somebody.
Yeah, and this time too, like it's more. I'm trying to get more men there. So like, Boo is tasked with bringing some men. Brian has to bring at least two. So I have men like to bring your other men because I think that will add a nice balance and flavor to the audience.
And the crazy thing is, you were like, "That's Poly City weekend," and I was like, "Oh, the game will be Saturday."
I
Well,
heard they moved it.
to Friday night.
I was like, ain't this some shit?
What time does
So,
the doors open for the event?
so doors open at 8.
Okay, yeah, the game will be over by then, but I probably won't even go anywhere. I'm so disgusted with the whole situation.
I saw your Facebook post. You seemed very perturbed.
Yeah, we just don't have it. We just don't hold on to tradition anymore, and it's like ridiculous because these kids. That's one of the things that they lack. They don't have any connection to anything greater than what they see
Yeah,
in front of them. They don't
that is,
hold
that
on to
is a good point. And like, if you're not from Baltimore, City Poly are two of the
Poly,
respected.
Poly City.
Ah, sorry, because Brian wants a Poly. Poly City are two of the respected public schools here, and they have like a really big rivalry football game that happens, and it's a big tailgate. It always look live as shit.
It's the second oldest rivalry in the country. I mean, that's how old it is. It's just one of those.
And they just moved the tradition because y'all usually have the big tailgate on Saturday afternoon in
Yeah,
the
so
game.
for it to be on a Friday night, that's never been the case. I mean, it used to be on Thanksgiving all the whole time I was growing up, but then once,
Oh, they gave that to like what's that Loyola? Is
well,
that
see, the
game on
difference is
Thanksgiving?
that when city schools started competing for state championships, they had to move the date up because city schools never really competed for a state championship. Once the city championship was, decided or over, they would just play Thanksgiving as a tradition. But then once everybody had to have their games finished by a certain time, they had to move the game up, so it was no longer Thanksgiving. But it's just the whole point that, like I said, the kids, this is a memorable experience for them. A lot of these young kids don't really care about tradition, and you don't really get the Poly City tradition until you're there. And then when you graduate, it's even more of a better rivalry because the same people who you didn't like from the other school, you're adults now, and you're like, oh, we cool. It's like you understand that a rival is someone not necessarily that you hate. It's just someone who has like commonalities. You share commonalities with this other person, and y'all dislike each other because you're very similar. Like you can't
Yeah,
consider somebody your rival that you don't respect.
that's fair enough. And look at y'all. Y'all didn't even know Brian could have such respectable thoughts.
I'm deep.
Yeah, he's multi. You have many layers to you.
Yeah. So think about like women or like in a case of a man or something that you don't like if you're a dude. Like if somebody's your rival because y'all mess with like the same type of chicks or y'all drive like the same type of car, kind of y'all, wear suits and work. I mean, that's just why y'all rivals because y'all in that same class. It's not. It's like terrible. Like if your rival is some dude who like a loser, like you can't call somebody your rival a loser. That's not your rival. If that's your rival, you're a loser too.
I mean, it's almost the same concept of when you're with a person and y'all break up and then their next person after you is raggedy as fuck, then you kind of question like, well, shit. Like, is that what you thought of me?
Right, right.
Yeah. So I get it. It's the same concept. So
Something that I wanted to ask you.
uh,
What do you think Lawrence and Issa going to do?
so okay, let's do this insecure shit. Okay. I thought, okay, so spoiler, if you haven't watched it, you haven't finished the season, then skip ahead 10
I
minutes.
haven't finished the season.
You haven't.
That was the last episode last night?
Yes.
No, I thought it was one more.
No, that was it.
What?
Yeah, it's 8 episodes.
Her cleaning up her apartment?
Yeah,
Really?
that was it.
Man, I don't even want to talk about this no more. It was dry. I mean, the best part was when Lawrence got burnt.
So you thought the entire season was dry?
It just was dry. I mean, the whole like.
I will say this, like I felt something was different about the show. Like I kept saying, like, was it filmed different? Like something about it was different than the previous seasons. But I will say, thank God for fucking Kelly, right? Because
Kelly was funny. But
she was the standout the entire season, then followed by Chad.
because Molly was just like her same dreary story about her being an overworker. Nobody cared about that. Nobody cared nothing about that. She got carried by Dro.
She just lost on all fronts.
Yeah, then even the Asian dude carried it like, oh, a married man led you on? You gotta go walk down.
And then she got her feelings and walked out.
Yeah.
And so for a second there, I thought they were going to have Lawrence make the play to get back with Issa.
But he's dating the planner. That was funny, right?
Yeah, that was a different twist that I didn't expect.
Yeah, where did she come from?
Yeah, I don't remember her from the baby shower. So yeah, they mentioned she was at Tiffany's baby shower, but I don't remember her at all.
Planned a baby shower.
Oh.
But the thing was, I wanted him to hit the church girl.
Oh yeah.
But I guess he was still in his 5 days of taking his antibiotics.
His medicine. Have you ever been burnt?
Never. Knock on wood.
Me either. Thank the Lord. Because okay, I'm gonna ask you that too. Like, if you had been burned, would you have actually done the phone calls?
No. The funny thing was, it was a funny situation where my buddy got burnt by this one chick, and he knew who burnt him, and so he gets burnt by this chick, right? And his girlfriend is a virgin, so he know that he's burning. He still sleep with the girlfriend unprotected.
Oh Lord!
Gives it to her. Then he tries to give her some of his antibiotics.
How?
I don't know. They tried to split him up. This was, I mean, we were like 17, and but it was still dumb as hell. So after he gets rid of it, she gets rid of it. The girl come back around the way, and she was like this hood ratchet chick. And Yo was like, you know what the crazy thing is? I think you burnt me. And she was like, no, I didn't. I don't have nothing. And he was like, oh, and fucked her raw again, and got burnt again.
Well, I'm glad you were 17.
But guess what? He gave it to the girlfriend again.
Oh my God! And the girl, how long did the girlfriend stay?
He tried to pawn it off and say that it was remnants from the last time. When I was just like, yo, you just dumb.
Men are trash. And that was dumb as shit. Well, yeah, speaking of, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it was just bad. It just was. That was like the thing that scared me when I was younger. Like, I don't want to be like him riding to the club being like, oh my God, like, I think it happened again. Like,
I think I told y'all. I might have said it on the podcast, or I definitely think I told Brian before. But this was like in my younger years. Like I was like 21 or 22, and I was at work, and I got like a phone call from the Maryland Department of Health, and I
No.
was like, "Oh my god!" Right? So I'm at work, and I leave, go in the bathroom, and like call them back. And she's like, "We received your number from someone who was just recently diagnosed with HIV." I was like, "Oh shit!" Right? And so I'm like about to like throw up into in the bathroom, and she's like reading all this stuff, and then as she's reading it, I'm like, "Wait, no, no, no." I was like, "No, that's not me." And she was like, "Is this number 443?" And I was like, "Yeah, I had just got that new phone number." And she was like, "Oh, ma'am, I'm so sorry. You're not who we wanted to reach." But for
Damn.
like 3 minutes, I was like about to vomit all over the bathroom sink
Yeah,
at work.
that's the thing that scares me. The whole HIV/AIDS thing, like that shit is just scary as fuck. Like my father used to always say that, like, what are you gonna do? Wake up one day and you have AIDS or HIV from sleeping with all these women? I'm like, damn, I'm 22. You want me to get married? Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I'm just living my life. Like, you
But
need.
your parents been together mad years though.
Yeah, I mean, they got married when they was like 18 and 19 or 21 or something like that. So it was like, they've been together 46 years, married 46 years. So like
Damn.
they look at things different.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you got that kind of,
You
upbringing,
gonna wake up with AIDS.
yeah, I'm like, Dad, chill. Like, you are blowing me.
Well, speaking of hygiene, I guess that's kind of hygiene, right? Because you should take agency over your body parts and get tested frequently if you out here having sex like that. Especially if you having raw sex with somebody, then please get tested. But I have a follow-up question from the last time you were on here.
Okay.
And then the people want to know. You had said on your last visit that you can go a long time without bathing and showering. So people wanted to know, do you wash up when you don't take showers? I'm just trying to understand and need clarity on this washing of your ass issue. Thank you, Brian.
No, I don't do shit. I just be like, fuck it. I go to the gym.
You just be musty as fuck.
But I don't think I'd be musty though.
I mean, if you go into the gym and you're sweating and
No, it
you
dries.
have so you have no odor.
No, to me, I don't. But then, the weird thing is when you do smell like the compression shorts after you take them off, that smell is so strong. It smells kind of good to me though. It's
You're
like
disgusting.
it's like smelling your girl's underwear after a long day.
Do you do that? You probably do.
I'm not gonna go there, but I'm just saying if
You do. You a nasty motherfucker.
you never know when you might be bored, and just go to the dirty clothes hamper
And so you probably keep one like
under my
in your
pillow.
yeah, something nasty.
No, but I mean, if you're not going, my thing is this: either I'm clean all the way. Like when I'm clean, I'm clean. Like I'm a very good cleaned up guy. But when I'm dirty, I'm fucking dirty. I'm a guy. I don't give a fuck. Like, all right, if my nuts stink, they stink. Fuck it. Who's under my nuts smelling them? If I think that I'm gonna get lucky, like I said, I'm gonna take a shower. If I don't, or I feel like I got a girl, so I gotta take a shower. I feel forced into it.
But see, that's when, having a little brother, that's when you knew boys are like finally starting to feel themselves into girls. Because my brother, it's something about boys' rooms. Like my brother's room was funky as fuck growing up. It just smelled all the time, himself included, right? Until the attention of girls. And then that's when that nigga, I felt like that's when he started like bathing.
Yeah, I mean, I personally really wanted to start taking care of myself in like sixth grade. I used to wear a scarf to bed every night so I could have my waves, and I would like brush my hair. And that was the first time I really brushed my hair and cared about my clothes and like wiping my shoes off. It's like that's when you really start caring about life.
I would agree. I would just remember it's like, why does your room always smell like this? Like, shut the door. It was just disgusting. So, yeah.
But
All right.
my hygiene is my hygiene. When they see me at the thing, I'll be clean, be smelling good. So that's all I need to fucking know and worry about. You ain't
But there
over.
were 3 different people asked about your showers.
Why?
I think that really just stood out that you were like, my nasty ass just don't shower, and I'm okay with it.
I mean, it's like if I'm single, I don't care. Like if I ain't focusing on no chicks or nothing like that, I ain't thinking about taking no showers and washing off and all of that. Like, nah, I'm cool. Like I'm a man. I'm a man's man, not no girly man who jump up and wipe off right after I come.
So you like to lay in it.
I mean,
You
I
you sleep in the wet spot.
I make the wet spot because I sweat a lot, so I always make the wet spot. But then on top of that, if I don't get wiped off, I just don't get wiped off because I'm not getting up. Like I'm just going straight to sleep.
So you'll
So
just roll over.
I don't
You
even
don't
roll
even
over.
go. You
Just
don't
stay
even
right
pee
there.
after sex.
Huh?
I said you don't even pee after sex.
Nope. I just lay right there and fall right to sleep and just wait to get wiped off. If I don't get wiped off, I just go to sleep and it just be all dried up.
Well, why don't you like keep like wipes in your nightstand so you can just like
That's gay.
why?
Yo, if you finish having sex and you reach for a wipe to make sure your balls are clean, you're gay. The only time
Oh
you
my
jump
god.
up and take a shower or do something like that is if the chick you feel like wasn't clean or you feel a little nervous about that situation or you might have did something wrong. But if that chick is clean and everything's cool, you just bask in that juices and go to sleep like a real man. And if you laid it down, she gonna come wipe you off anyway.
Just shake my head at you. I don't understand why you would think that's gay to just wipe your dick off.
With a wipe anyway, that's gay. Like, why are you wiping off
Just
with
a
a wipe?
fucking wet wipe.
Oh my god.
She might appreciate it too. Like if she's sucking your dick and all the juices and saliva is all everywhere. And she's like, oh, can you just hand me a wipe?
For
Thanks,
what?
babe.
What the,
I
what,
want to write this. I don't want to wake up with crusty dick juices on my face.
she get up and do what she got to do. That's what a woman do. But a man, leave me alone. Like,
What if you got my knees weak and they buckling? I just don't want this shit to like I just can't stand up right away. Your legs be tingling.
then
Just
you
hand
just
me a
don't.
wipe, nigga.
No, you just lay there until you get yourself together.
I definitely have wipes in my drawer.
If you wake up in the morning and you got cum on your face or on your back, dried up, or on your stomach, and it's life.
Do you have anything in your nightstand drawer?
I don't even have a nightstand.
Nigga.
My bed is too big. I have a king size bed, and it's like
See, that's the thing. I
like
was
a
just
really big
talking.
frame. It takes up so much space. So I bought this small little table from Home Goods
Mhm.
that is not really a nightstand because it don't have a drawer. I just put like my watch, my wallet, and my phone.
Phone on it. Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's the thing too, because
nightstands are kind of outdated anyway. Like if your bed got like the little double nightstands connected to it and the little mirror part in the back, like come on, that's 1980. You gotta
oh
like
my god. I actually have 2 nightstands with 2 lamps, some decor and shit,
but you're
right?
queen though, right? You got like a
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like
that's
I'm
not
about to get a new bed, and I was thinking like, oh, if I go up to a king, it's the same thing. I'm gonna have to get rid of my nightstands. But then I'm like, well, where the fuck do I put my vibrators and lube and all that shit, right? So this is what I was thinking about, like, because
no,
that
you
shit is
don't have any
crazy.
kids. Because if you got kids, you can't put none of that stuff in your nightstand anyway.
I do not have kids, but it's like one nightstand is respectable. Like one nightstand is like chargers, batteries,
Yeah,
my remote, my laptop. I put in one of the drawers, like my Bill's notebook, whatever book I'm reading at the time. Then the other nightstand is filth. It's like weed pipes, condoms, lube, dental dam,
what
vibrators, magic wands, and all that shit.
dental dam? Please,
Well, I got that. Some like a company sent it to me to like try. I still haven't even figured it out. I actually have I actually have like female condoms in there too. because it's like somebody sent them. And then I went to like some World AIDS Day thing. Um, and they were handing them out, and I took a whole bunch of them because I'm just like, I'm fascinated by a female condom. If I ever use that shit, I will fuck around and get pregnant because that shit is complicated as fuck.
Yeah, I mean that whole situation, dental dams, female condoms, just disgusts me.
I mean, you gotta be safe out here in these streets.
Yeah, just put a regular condom on. But when you start getting to the point where you want me to have sex with a bag, or you want to like,
Not a bag though.
like
That's what it looks like though. It is absurd, which is why I've never used it. But I definitely like unwrapped one because I wanted to see what it looked like. And this is so bad and so reckless. So I'm just like, I'm gonna take my chance.
yeah, I
Even
would.
like I have like this at the little stupid fair they had like flavored condoms.
Yeah, they stupid and they're small.
They are tiny. They are. I definitely popped one and just was like, fuck it. Like, oh well.
I mean, if you need a flavor to do it, just don't do it.
Well, I think it's because latex just tastes nasty. So if you're sucking a dick with a condom on, like,
Don't
at
do it.
least you can get some watermelon.
Do it. It's some things where like if you got to do all of that, just don't do it. Like when it comes to certain stuff, like when you're like, oh well, I'm gonna put a condom on and I'm gonna put these latex pants on just in case. That's when you be like, yo, you shouldn't be having sex with her.
Oh God. He said have sex with a bag. It is a lot of plastic with the fucking dental dam. But anyway, next question. I would, and also I'm also gonna say this too. Like I appreciate you guys sending in your questions in the Instagram story, and I do realize that I did not know that that little question box had a character limit. So I appreciate those of you who took the time to send in several to explicitly get your thought through because some of these things I'm like, what the fuck were you trying to ask? I don't even know. Like you could have sent multiple or just sent a DM. So that's just future notice. So this one was, hi Brian and Boonie. Any tips for videotaping your sex adventures with your boo? I really want to watch myself on TV, but I know my partner is not down for these adventures. Any tips on how I can get them interested in us recording and then watching our sex?
Man, so this is from a guy or a girl?
This was from a girl.
Damn, he don't want to see himself on camera. That's interesting. I thought most guys would be cool with that. I mean, the thing is, you got to at least start off with the whole we're going to just tape it and then delete it. And then just delete it right after you watch it. But what you should do is get one of those. They got a nice one at Five and Below, um, where you clip it onto like a door or to like a mirror or something like that. I use it when I used to tape my beard butter, like in the mirror, washing my beard, doing an IG story, stuff like that. Um, you clamp it onto something and then you just let it record. I mean, the way phones
Okay.
are now, iPhones and stuff like that, you're gonna get a good, nice video, solid, and you just be like, hey, let's watch it, and then you just watch it, and you might start another session and you delete it. But I don't know why a guy would not like that. I got more of a woman being like, no, don't tape me. I don't want to be on tape.
Well, I'll say this too. They did not say guy, they said partner. So maybe it's another girl.
Hey,
Maybe.
hey.
But I will. So I'm now that I'm going back and look at that. So maybe, who knows? But I will say this: what worked for me the first time someone did that with me was the you hold the phone, right? So you can record what you want to be done, like filmed or whatever. Okay, that worked, and it was always with my phone, not their device. So if that makes them feel comfortable, like you have the footage, it's on your shit. I don't even have it, right? And like Brian said, then delete it after you
Yeah.
watch it.
If that's the issue, like most people, it's not that they don't want to see themselves. It's more that they're concerned that other people are going to see them and it's going to get leaked out and all of that. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. But people love being, you know, taped and seeing themselves and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think you can make like a little like thing about it. Like make it a theme night or something. Like make it fun. Just don't be like
Like,
next time you put your mouth here, I want to like videotape it. Like play it up and make it say like how much it would turn you on because that might turn the person on knowing that they're doing something and really
yeah,
turn
but
you
then
on.
it's like too, you could be like, okay, like I'm about to go out of town for work next week. I might try to use this tonight and be like, oh, babe, let me tape it because when I go out of town, I want to be in my room jerking off thinking about you. And she might be like, okay. Depends how you play it up. So I might,
That's a good one too.
yeah, like I want to be able to watch us. When I run the
Yeah,
highlight reel, I want it to be us.
like I know. Yeah, I think that's a good play too. So I am curious now if this is a girl or a guy that they're with.
Does it make a difference?
I'm just curious, just my curiosity.
I
I don't
think if
care.
it's a girl, maybe she might not want people to know that she's like all the way gay. She might be gay, but not gay.
So what do you think is gay for a girl?
Like she only date girls.
See, my thing is like I feel like you can date a girl, but for me, it's like if you're gay, it's because you ate pussy.
Yeah, that's true. But it's like if you gay, that's where you stay. But if you like play gay, you be like dating dudes, and then you go might see a little chick, or you might see a chick that you like. You'll kiss her, you'll fool around with her, but you're not really trying to be with her. Like you play gay, but
Okay.
when it come down to it, you really not about that life because, like you said, you ain't trying to put your head in that crotch and eat no pussy. So it's like you really play gay. But when you gay, oh, you gets down in there and be like, oh yeah, girl.
I would, you know, that was the thing because I've said this openly too. Like having a full blown threesome, that would be my hang up. It's like you really want to see me eat pussy? She can eat my pussy. I don't care. But I really gotta eat her pussy.
There's a lot of girls that's cool with that though. That like the other girl don't eat pussy. Like girls are like the girls that are gay are like dudes. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
enjoy it. Like so you don't have to do it back to them to like make them.
So
What's up, man? Yep. Duty of taping right from my deck.
your neighbor here, you talking about booty holes.
Yeah, because you know
Yeah.
I'm like yeah, because you know if you really eating pussy, oh hey, what's up, man? The dog was
Hey, how you doing?
like,
The dog's like, yeah, I'm about that life. Oh my god,
oh
do
man.
you don't be on Twitter like that and that much
I'm
anymore?
trying to
Do
be
you?
I'm trying to be off of social media altogether.
Why?
I just want to be boring. Like I want to go to the gym every day, work out, come home, chill, smoke cigars a couple days a week, and I just want to be boring. Like I want to be off the radar. Just want to be boring.
So when's your deadline to walk away?
I mean, I'm not like completely walked away. I just don't post as much. Like I'll post in my story every day, like little funny stuff or workout stuff. But
Oh, let's talk about that. So, guess who's a whole ass IG thought out of here? You know you've made it in the thought world when your face is being plastered on flyers and you ain't even know about
come
it.
on now. So the whole thing with that was whoever did the project somehow was in contact with the guy who did the beard photo shoot that we did on the calendar. So one of the image that they used was from the calendar photo shoot. I've never even seen the image, so I didn't even know it was me. Somebody sent it today and was like, "Hey, is this you?" And I'm like, June 2nd last year. Like, when was that? And I'm like, oh, that dude do look like me, but no, hold, up, that's me.
It's you.
Like, whoa, like when did I have that on? And then I thought about it, like, oh, that was the photo shoot with the cigars, because I'm like, that's not even a cigar that I smoke. But it just funny because all of that was from that one night we did the beard calendar photo shoot. So it was cool. But I
Yeah.
thought that doesn't make me an IG thought though.
You be border. I mean, I will say you have tamed
Nobody's
a little
seen.
bit.
Nobody's seen it. It was in Atlanta.
So that's what I'm saying. It's always you always in other cities now. Thotting it up.
It'd been nice if I got
No,
tagged
but
on.
I just like fucking with you. I just like fucking with you.
It
What'd
would
you
have been
say?
nice. I said it'd been nice if I got tagged in it.
Like a thought.
Go back. Let me
I feel like
go back to the page that it
I.
was on and be like, let me see if there's any comments just to boost my ego.
He's so childish, right?
Will he be
I
there?
do feel. And you go slide to my DMs. Don't get caught up. You just said you wanted to be born.
No, I'm not sliding in nobody's DMs. I can take a compliment without feeling like I gotta respond and do all of that. Like
When's the last time you slid into my DMs?
the last time I slid in somebody's DMs. Uh Probably about 2 to 3 weeks before I got back in my relationship.
Was it a successful slide or?
It was a slide. It was going to be successful. She was feeling me. I knew I had her right where I wanted her, and then I was like, "Why am I even talking to somebody new when I know I want to get back with my girl?" And I just told her
Gotcha.
like, "Hey, I know we were supposed to go out. This kind of crazy story. My ex, like, we're getting back together. And she just was like, okay, good luck. Like, nigga, get the fuck off my phone. Like, cool story. Thanks.
So have you ever responded? Because I was talking to some girlfriends about this. I had no problem sliding in people's DMs. It was successful for me. And some people had success when they slid in mine. So or were you responsive to women who would shoot their shot in the DMs with you? Like you don't find that like
No,
a turn off, or
most of
would you
the time,
just be like,
nah, most of the time, I ain't never really like a chick. That's the thing. Y'all be like, oh, you got chicks in your DM. I've never really talked to a chick that's been in my DM like that. If I shot the shot, yeah, cool. Most of the time, when a chick like me and shoot that shot at me, I don't like her. I'd be like, damn, like thanks, but this wasn't the response I was looking for. Not from you.
gotcha? No, yeah, I've definitely had success with it. And I just feel like it's the way you do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's if you do it in a way. All right, I'm gonna teach y'all real quick how to shoot your shot with a guy.
And I'm gonna let you know if I agree.
All right, so guy posts anything. I mean, it could just be about a football game. It could be about something. Like you got to find a way to come off as not being thirsty, but kind of like laugh out loud or a heart or something like just an emoji. If he's interested, that little bit of thing right there is going to get you all the way in. Like he'll just take it from there. But come on, man, are you serious? They just parked, playing loud music, and now they hitting the panic button. But if you're doing all of that, it's just you know it's just one of those things where like I don't know, you got to be subtle. You don't want to be um yeah, you just want to be subtle. You don't want to be straight up like
But
straight
I
up.
also feel like it's a time frame where you just can't be doing like going back and forth forever. Like at some point you're gonna have to just escalate it real quick and see if they respond.
Yeah, but you don't want to come off like thirsty. Like you don't want to be thirsty because if a dude senses that you're thirsty, all you're going to do is get fucked and ducked. So you're going to be mad afterwards because you're like, damn, this shit got me fucked and ducked. But you might really like this person. So you want to like come off like, oh, whatever. And then be like, oh, no, I really was saying like hi, or I really just like the picture. You want to leave it to where they kind of feel like, I don't know, like, is she flirting
Hmm.
or, You don't want to go and then like 10 pictures in a row and stupid stuff like that. That's so fucking
No.
like
And
like
I also think it's easier to shoot your shot in the DM with Insta stories these days because you have the ability to type a message right then. Like it's not like a picture you got to play games like with an Insta story. It's just like, oh, you can say eyes emojis or like, ooh, that's cute, whatever, whatever.
yeah.
And you usually get an instant response back.
Yep. That
So
that's the thing. I just hit the love button. That lets you know right there I'm not interested. I just hit the
that is the LOL of Insta story communication.
like they'd be like,
Heart.
"Oh, you look really nice. Love. Oh, your kids are so beautiful. Love. 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 Love."
You're so rude. But it's true though. You be like, heart, thanks.
One girl was like, this one girl was like, "I just love your tattoos. Love. How many tattoos do you have? IDK."
Yeah, you're so rude. But I think if you do that, you'll have better success. But yeah, don't do it with the wrong person. Like if
You
it's somebody
can't
like
go
Brian
into
who you know they're in a relationship, don't even set yourself up for failure.
yeah. Don't be a nobody DM if they're in a relationship. Like
Yeah.
you gonna be like Molly. You gonna be like this married man let me on. Just don't do it. Like, just stay the fuck out of there because then you're gonna be crying to your friend about 2 weeks from now. Like, and then he got a girl and he posted her today for WCW, and I feel so stupid. I sucked this dick in this car, and I should have never sucked this dick in this car. But when he posted that picture last week with his shirt off in the gym, I put up a tongue in the wet sand and the little water dripping, and he was like, "What you gonna do with that mouth?" And I was like, "I'm gonna suck your dick," and now I'm feel stupid. Don't put yourself in the trick bag. It's like be subtle, but
Yeah.
don't be like so thirsty that you got to be like sending news over IG story that go away. Just
Oh
trying to
my
get.
god, let me tell you, if you're sending nudes through the IG story, like no, you've already fucked yourself up. That's the one thing I will say, like
But they disappear in 10
they
seconds.
but here's the thing, like IG doesn't have the same feel as Snapchat. And that was one of the things that like even though Snapchat is so dead, like
But
Snapchat was genius with that shit.
they still tell
Like they
you.
really were.
Yeah, but it still tell
They
you that
do.
somebody screenshot it.
They do. Which I was appreciative of.
Not that I would.
But
I ain't never did no stuff like that.
hmm but it did tell you when someone would do it. And I'm laughing because I just logged on to Snapchat to just like see if people still post, and people still posting in this motherfucker. I mean, it's not as much as it used to be, but yeah, I thought that was one of the genius things about Snapchat, especially when you send a nigga a 2 second nude because as soon as you open it, it's gone. I just feel like Instagram just doesn't have that same like nastiness appeal that you should be doing.
They tried to get it. They tried to get it.
Yeah. So, all right. Next one. This one was this one was one of those ones where the person did not follow up with what they were trying to say in the little chat pod, but I think I know where they were going, and pretty much she was saying that she is a freak. She's disgusting, and she does not have success in being successful in relationships, right? So she's saying like her name is not out in the street. She's not a hoe, but she's definitely a nasty freak, and she doesn't believe that men actually want to wife the freak.
Nah, that's not true. I think that's completely inaccurate. It's something that is outside of that she's doing wrong. Because if a man is like, oh my god, the way she do this, the way she do that, like they be like, all right, cool, like I want to see her every night. Not to say that they don't want to wife her, but I would just have to ask, like, what other qualifications are you coming with? Like, if like that's all you have is that you're nasty, like you can't cook, you can't do nothing else, you don't have no conversation, like, and then you busting it wide open off the top, straight freak slut, and you telling them like that's how I am. I'm nasty as shit. That's how I get down. They're like, oh damn, that's how she get down with everybody. You gotta almost make a guy believe in his head, even if he don't like. He's the reason that he pulled that out of you. Like you can't be like, oh yeah, I'm nasty as shit. Like I'm fucking disgusting. And then he like, well, what you what are you doing? That's so nasty. Like I mean, what you like? What you, I'm gonna lick your ass all the way to your balls, and then come up and spit on your nuts, and then suck them, and then I'm gonna deep throat you, and then I'm gonna keep it going, and I'm never gonna stop, and then I'm gonna swallow all of it, and I'm gonna roll over. Like, damn, like, chill. But you gotta like gradually do stuff like that. Like you trying to get wife, yeah, you nasty and you disgusting, and that's cool. Guys like nasty and disgusting, but I think a guy want to feel like, from an ego standpoint, that you did that with him, or
Yeah, I think the key you said there is like to make him feel like he bought it out of you. Like it's just,
yeah,
and I know it's such a, it's like, why I gotta do all that because I'm licking your balls. But men are simple creatures.
yeah, and it's just like, I mean, the thing is, it's like you might be like fourth or fifth time, and like, what you want me to do? What you want me to do? You gonna come for me? Where you want it at? Where you want it at? And he might be like, your mouth, and you be like, I don't know, babe. I don't know, but if that's what you want, babe, that's what you want. Oh, you know what? I don't. Okay, I'll do it for you, but don't just be like, okay, that's my fave. Like, no, no, no. What I first time, like,
So okay, I'm gonna say this. So I'll throw myself out there. Like I shouldn't be like, I want you nut on my face. I should let him ask me to nut on my face.
yeah, yeah,
So that's what you're saying.
right. I'm
Okay.
just saying, like, you might want him to do that, or you gotta play it off like, oh my god, you got it all over my face. Like I've never had a facial before outside of being at About Faces Day Spa. Like you gotta be like, you can't be like, that's my favorite. Like it's so good for your skin. No, like what are you
It
doing?
is
Like
good for your skin though.
yeah, you gotta just. It's okay to be a freak, slut, disgusting. I mean, that keeps a man's attention in the beginning. But after a while, even the slut, whole freaky, nasty woman gets boring. You know, it's just the whole thing. Like that's why you gotta slowly, gradually let your tricks out the bag. The difference with men is if we slowly, gradually let our tricks out the bag, we might not get a call back. So sometimes as a man, you gotta just like be like fucking disgusting in 2 weeks because the time's ticking. Like, you know, she might be like, oh, I'm not fucking him no more.
Now that's an interesting point that you bring out. That a woman has to gradually lean in with the freak, but men have to come with the full gusto, which is fucking true because
Because
I'm
you
only
got
gonna give you like 3 tries.
men got to show and prove. Like, and then the thing is, if you got a man who just gonna hit it and quit it, you don't want to be like, oh yeah, he hit it and quit it, and I gave him everything in the first night, and now I feel stupid. You might be like, yeah, he got some pussy. He all right, he got a little ride game. But you don't want to be like, I did everything, I did everything, girl, and he never called me back. Now your girlfriend like, my best friend pussy trash. So it's like,
Oh no. I
so
have never once in my life thought about the quality of my friends' pussies.
well, the thing about men is you want to be having confidence in your boy. Like when you got like you in your 20s and y'all about to go over some girl apartment and she like my girl there, you be like, oh my boy, you gonna lay that shit down, and then you're gonna get that call the next day while you're laying in the bed with your girl or the chick that you hit, and the friend is be right there like, oh my god, girl, he was a waste of my time, or he laid it down. I like him, and then you call your boy like, yeah, yo, good shit. But if it is a bad report, you don't say nothing. You just be like, this is the third time
Well, you gotta
somebody's.
stop using him as your wingman.
Yep, you be like, oh, it'd be funny because then that'd be the friend that be telling all the stories in the car. Like, yeah, because I got this one chick I'm about to go see tonight. And you're like, oh, okay, okay, all right,
Oh, he talking shit.
we
Oh,
believe you. But no, I
I
think
did.
I want to go back to girl 6 or question 5 or whatever. I just want her to know that that's not why men aren't wifing women. Men love women who are nasty. A man wants to get married and feel like I got everything in this woman right here. I don't have to leave out, go get a blowjob down downtown somewhere for $20 or something outside of a strip club, or be in a strip club with some chick grinding on me, giving her my whole check. Like, you want that from your woman. So it's like that's a good quality to have. Like I said, just don't introduce it and give it all away at one time, and then you be so disgusting. Like, yeah, like I'll ask a chick. Like sometimes you gotta trick chicks just to see how they are. Like where the craziest place you had sex? Oh my god, one time I was in, I was messing with this father and this son. You'd be like, oh, okay. Like, it's like an interview trick. Like they'll ask you in an interview, like, what's the most common misperception about you? And you'll be like, people think I'm a bitch because I never smile. And then they'd be like, okay, thank you, thanks for coming out. Like, you tell on yourself with certain questions. So it's like, just chill. Like, keep some stuff to yourself. Don't tell him about the time when you was an undergrad and you slept with four Kappas that just went over. Like, that's not going to get you that. Like, it's homecoming at Morgan this weekend, and somebody's going to be walking across the yard with some chick who was just a straight slut ball, and everybody's just like, "Hey, what's up, Tammy? Look at you, all grown up now." And her husband is a gump, and he walking with her. Like, man, like that dude just don't know. He just don't know. Keep it so that he
Oh,
don't know. Just keep it so that he don't know.
yeah, I guess I kind of get that, and especially if maybe it's maybe more of a situation where they aren't sexually compatible. You know what I mean? And so I
No,
feel
but
like
I don't think that's it, because she's saying that, like, I think if she's being nasty with a guy, they're pulling it out. It's not like she's just being nasty with everybody, or she feels like she likes that person, but she might not be controlling it. And I'm saying that if they like you and you like them and you're being nasty with them, the reason why they're not wifing you has nothing to do with like your nasty sloppy
with
sex.
your nasty skills, I get that. And now I lost what the point I was
It might
going,
have like
but
it might have like a little smell to you. Like, I know women who like gave great blowjobs, do great stuff, and it's like she just got that little smell to her.
what the fuck does that mean?
Just this little, like, just a little twinge. Like, it just won't
Oh
go
my
away.
god.
Washing after that one.
Yo, so you get about the bed after that bitch, huh?
You got a little twinge, like it just be like under your nail the next day. Like,
Yo.
it smell like Tawanda in this bitch.
I hate you so.
Like, damn, I gotta wash my sheets. The
See,
weather
I do
sheet.
that nasty shit. Well, let me shut up. I love it when I guess the older I'm getting, right? I'll be 34 in 3 months, right? The older I'm getting, I am starting to get a filter, which I'm so thankful for. Because
I've developed a filter, and I knew it like 2 years ago when I would be about to type something on Facebook and I back it all out, take all the characters and just delete it out. And then sometimes I might post something. I posted something really bad one time in my Insta story, like recently, like in the last 6 months, and I took it down.
yeah, I'm definitely getting a filter, and I'm glad that I caught that one. But I will say this: I do like when certain people. I'm also this kind of person. I don't have sex with a lot of people in my bed, right? I'm just weird about that. But I do like when people I really fuck with, like I'll let you stay over. And if you smell good and the next morning, like you still in my sheets, like I usually change my sheets, like, all right, we did whatever. Let me change my sheets. But I'm like, oh, it smells like him. Like I might lay in them for like 2 more days.
But see, I don't get the whole like changing your sheets because you had sex. That's so silly to me. Like, so what? You had sex. Like, it's not a dirty thing. It's not meant to be like,
It,
oh,
it's not, but it's just like, when you think about a mattress, right? and all of the bodily fluids that it catches over the time frame that
Oh, so
you've
y'all don't
had
have
it.
mattress covers. That's why y'all mad at me for not taking showers. Oh, your little trifling ass ain't want to spend the extra $20 to get a decent mattress
Listen,
cover.
you can have a mattress cover, but shit still seeps through a mattress cover.
No, it should not be going through the mattress cover. The mattress
Okay.
cover is beneath the top
Women women also bleed, okay? So sometimes you might have an accident in your sleep, right?
or you might just be getting it on the. Yeah, I mean, but
Yeah,
you.
so I'm just saying it's a lot of
But
bodily fluid contact.
all right,
So
whatever.
sometimes I just want to fucking change my sheets.
Yeah,
And
but
then
y'all be
sometimes I'll
overkill.
lay in them for 3 days because they smell like the nigga. I don't know.
Y'all be doing overkill with all the washing of the sheets and stuff.
Niggas are just nasty. That's all it is. Y'all will lay up in the same sheets. It won't change them until she about to come back over. Like, wasn't those the same sheets you just had on your bed? You only got one set of sheets. Y'all nasty like that. All right.
Yeah. Next
The
question,
last. This
babe.
is the
Hope
last one.
you figure it out, babe.
I think
Tuck some
she
of that.
will. I maybe it is a over lead where she's just leading with the sex, and once she stops doing that, it'll fall into place for her. That's all it sounds like. This one, they wanted to know something romantic that they can do for their boyfriend that wouldn't be corny, but they just don't know what to do.
So the biggest thing I say, as far as like when you want to be romantic, like in the house, um, like I always say, man, just go right on Fredericks or Hollywood and just get some slutty shit. And it's the little times that he's not thinking about it. Like we think about stuff. Well, I think about stuff that I be wanting my girl to do, and then it don't happen. She'd be like, "Well, let me know when you coming from the gym." So I'd be like, "Yeah, boy." And I like call like I'm on my way in from the gym. She'd be like, oh, "Okay," and I'd be like, "All right," I get there and I'd be thinking like she gonna be draped in lingerie with some knee boots on, and I'm like, "Damn, nope." She got a bonnet on and she under the covers. I'd be like, "What do you want me? Oh, so we can watch this show." I'd be like, "Oh, okay, all right." But no, like I think it's just one of them things where like if it's just be spontaneous. Like it don't have to be something planned. It don't have to be his birthday. Just keep that spark. But it might be like, okay, hey babe, I'm about to get a shower, and you already have your stuff like in the drawer in the bathroom, and then like when you come out the shower, you just got on your little lace onesie. It don't have to be something, whatever. It could be a nice little teddy. Like it just a time for you to just keep your hair out, have something sexy on. You might want to do something romantic for him, like he come in and it's all candles lit. You'd have made a mistake, you know what I mean? While he's enjoying his steak, you just start some things up or something. I don't know. It's just be spontaneous, but do what works for you. That you're not going to feel awkward and be looking like Issa. Like you got to just do what works for you. Your sexy is different from somebody else's sexy. Like if you can't pull off the candles and the slow music, and that's not you, then don't do it. But do something that like whatever. I tell women all the time the biggest thing men want, and the most things that my friends and men that I know complain about is that women are not initiating anymore. So it's like they're in relationships, they're married, and they're like, my woman doesn't initiate. And I'm tired of like
Mm.
keep feeling like I'm the one. It's like I'm checking up like she's doing it because I want to do it. We want to feel like you want us just as much as we want you. So if I'm laying there watching the game or I'm chilling and I had a long day, just straddle me, start massaging my shoulders, massaging down my thighs and stuff like that. Like, oh, where you going? Next thing I know, it's like, something then popped off. But don't be acting like, oh, if you want it, you could get it. You could get it anytime you want it. Like, no, like sometimes, a man got to come home and you got to just be like my girl with all the freak up in her. You got to just be like on your knees at the door. Like, I've been waiting for you to come home all day. Take that damn suit off. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you know, that type of thing. So it's like it's just a matter of just being spontaneous but doing what works for you and like something that's going to excite your man, but don't just do it one time. Like keep it up. Like kind of check the box like once a month. Like, have I done something this month to excite him or keep things fresh?
I think that's solid enough. Once a month is easy.
Yeah, I'm not saying like every week, but like y'all want date nights and stuff like that. Like, you know,
Yo, I too, because I am somebody like I don't personally like have a whole, and I talked about this in an episode before like a couple weeks ago about lingerie, and that is something I'm gonna work on. So thank y'all for sending in y'all little tips of places to order from that's just not Fredericks or Hollywood.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's just like one of the places like
I know
I've
that's the one
always,
that comes to your mind.
yeah.
Yes.
But you know, the thing is, you can get intimate apparel from anywhere. But the thing is, like, if you eat the same thing all the time, right? And then they change the menu up just a little bit, and they like all of a sudden now, like the chicken strips at McDonald's, they got the little honey glaze on them. You'd be like, oh, they got the new honey glazed chicken strips, so you can go run out and try them. That's what lingerie is. It's like you taking some regular, fried chicken strips, and you're just putting a little honey glaze on top of it. Like sometimes, you know, some men like women naked. Like I've heard men say, "Oh, I just like my woman naked." Well, my woman comes out the shower every day. She's naked all the goddamn time. So that doesn't really, strike me as she was just naked. Like while I'm podcast taping, trying to tell me to hurry up and get off the thing. But I don't know. I don't
Well, I
know.
hope when you go in, it's a surprise.
I don't know if that was just the trick bag. And then I get in the room and she sleep and be like, "Oh, you took too long on the podcast." I'll let y'all know at the live taping. But
Somebody remember to ask him because I'm gonna forget.
and she'll be there and she's gonna listen to this and she's gonna be like, "Oh my
Oh
god."
yeah, she
But
always listens to them.
she's
Hey,
gonna
girl.
listen to me still, like I know over here, like, who was the girl you was talking to 2-3 weeks before we got? I talked to her twice, but I knew if I wanted to.
Look, I respect that shit because I would do these same exact shit. So
Yeah. But I mean, my thing is, this is my problem. I'm an open book. Like, I want my shit to be so cool that we can laugh and joke, or we could be in a room and I could be like, "Yeah, I used to date that chick right there. She's nothing to me," without you feeling like, no, I mean, I just don't ever want my chick in a room with chicks that I dealt with to feel like I'm keeping secrets, or a chick like feel like she got one up on her. Same thing like with a dude that she fucked with. Like, oh, you used to hang out with that dude, or you fucked that dude. Like, cool. I don't give a fuck. I mean, it don't bother me. But what would bother me was to find out later on that this is a dude you used to fuck, and he's sitting over there in my damn face, trying to converse with me, or like make little jokes with you, and they'd be like, "Yo, if I'd have knew that, I would have slapped him." But you never let me know, so I just thought he was just some regular Joe Schmo. But you want
well,
shit to be cool, like you want shit to be cool, casual, fun. Like that's what keeps relationships good. If it's all secretive, uptight, you can't joke, you can't be honest about things. It's just like it's not gonna last. But shit gotta be chill. That's why you gotta do the spontaneous stuff. Like you gotta step it up. Like if you keep trying to serve him that same weak ass pussy you've been giving him from the weekend,
all right, y'all. So just put some honey barbecue sauce on your pussy.
honey
It's
glaze,
honey glaze, and it's romantic for a nigga. So there you go.
you might be like, tonight, shit, come home, put some anal beads on the bed and let him put them anal beads up in there or something while he doing something. Do something different.
Yo,
They got the
that's
operating.
that's a whole thing. Like I feel like that could be spicy in the sense that, you know, the anus doesn't get a lot of play. And that's a way they spice shit up too.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to know your guy, and you got to know you, and that's why I say it's never a one size fits all. Like I can't tell dudes like, I can't put in the chat, "Yo, everybody, make sure you take your girl some flowers today." That's not gonna work for some women. They're gonna be like, "I don't care about these flowers." You got to find
Yeah.
that person's love language, and if their love language is not gifts and stuff like that or whatever, and it's like acts of service, then you might just want to go home and mop the floor before she come in, or do the dishes, or start cooking dinner. That shit might turn her on and get her pussy wet.
Look at you. Look at you know about love languages and shit.
I
I'm
bought the book.
shocked.
I bought the book, but she gonna get. That
Uh,
was the downfall of our last, like when we was together the first time. because I bought the book and I thought that shit was like real slick. Like, hey babe, I got some books that's gonna help us out. And she just was like, oh, this was so good. Like that was so thoughtful. So every week she would be like, where you at? And I'm like, oh, I can't find my book. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna
You
be
ain't
honest.
shit.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna
You're
be
not
honest with you.
shit.
I don't fucking read. I'm just like, I don't read. Like that's if it's one deficiency I feel like I have is like reading. Like I'll read for like 10 minutes and then I be sleep. And I
So
got
you
sleep.
set your own damn self out because you knew you weren't gonna read.
But I thought it was cool that we had it. I took the test online, so I knew my love language. Like I know mine, so
Get off here. What are your love languages? I'm just curious.
my love language is sense of touch. I like that touchy feely shit. I like affection. Um, I don't know. I
Shocker.
grew up with like a lot of love, and I always feel like I want that from my woman. So like, I want to be like kissed when she leave. I want to be kissed when she come home. I want to like be hugged. I want to touch her, do stuff to her while she's like not in a sexual way. Like I just like touchy feely. Like if we're going to sleep and you know we in the bed, like I just want your leg touching me or your arm, or if I'm driving, like rub my arm, like hold my hand. Like don't just be so distant. I hate when I feel like I'm in a room with somebody and they're not there. Like
We are
be
way more alike than I would like to admit.
here.
I said we're way more alike than I would like to admit.
Yeah, because I'm just more like be here now, be present. Like we spend so much time at work with the kids doing everything else. When we get a few moments, like intimacy is not just having sex. So it's like a build up. So it's like
This
if
is true.
we riding in the car and you just holding my hand, I don't care that you on IG looking on your phone, but don't be on your phone to the point where you forget that I'm here. And that's a few minutes that we have to just talk about whatever. Or we laying in the bed and you watching your favorite show. Just lay on my chest. Like you ain't gotta like kneel over and start giving me a blowjob, but just lay on my chest. Like that's the type of stuff that I like. But
That's fair enough. Yeah, mine are the same. I have my love language when I took it online. It was interesting. It was like words of affirmation. I didn't get any points. And I think acts of service was like 3. But my top 2, they got the same exact 11 points each. It was quality time and physical touch. All for the same reasons that you just said.
yeah, it's just yeah, that's the thing. And hers is quality time. So it's like I got to do stuff like I planned a sip and paint 2 weeks ago. So I like set up the whole sip and paint, and I'm like texted to her like, babe, we going to sip and paint tomorrow. I got a nail appointment. No, like you just made this whole big deal about me not doing that.
Oh my god. That's it. I'm done.
So yeah, I'm done too.
Well, I can't wait to see you at the live show. I think that's the next time I'll see you.
I'm gonna be at the live show. Like I've been, hitting the weights. I was out yesterday at Ralph, like a little get together for Ralph's birthday, and somebody was like, "Dad, you leaning out." Then I was in the gym today. This dude like, "Oh, you coming down, man." So I just been hitting the gym real heavy, like
So you gonna
just
come in
working out,
there
just in
and
the
be
gym.
eye candy?
No, just chilling, just trying to keep myself up. I had,
No, that's not what I said. I said you gonna come to the live show and be eye candy.
oh, I'm always eye candy. Don't forget. Are we offline? Are we off air?
I can hit it down.
Hit it.
Bye, Brian. Thanks again to Brian for coming on the podcast. It's always a great time when he comes on. And if you want to see us together live in action, don't forget to grab your ticket to the live show Friday, November 2nd, Baltimore, Maryland. Get your ticket, theboonieBreakdown.com/live. I hope to see you there because tickets are dwindling. And if you enjoyed this episode, I encourage you to listen and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, or any app that you listen to your podcast on. Don't forget to leave a review too. You can just hear it on the next episode maybe. Follow us on all social media. Share the episode with those you love, those you don't love, those you fucking hate. I don't make those pretty images for nothing, okay? Have a dope ass week. It's consolidated, but still have a dope ass week. Thank you for being patient with me, for putting out the episode late. Thank you for listening. And remember, the ratchet in me always honors the ratchet in you. Until next time.